Well, for those people who aren't lucky enough to be at the beach and they're
Right.
celebrating Memorial Day here,
Us.
it's hot, no rain though.
No rain. I mean, maybe one or two random storms could try to popping up. It's just hot and humid. Sometimes you can see some of that, but get ready for that heat to continue out there. A lot of sunshine mixed with a few clouds outside right now. And, well, you know what? It's not that bad out there this lunch hour. It's warm. It's humid. Of course, it's supposed to be. This is the unofficial start of summer, right? Well, it's 85. Our dew point's still 70, so it does feel like it's 89 degrees here with them calm winds. That's the issue. No wind to kind of mix up the air, make it feel a little better for you. So if you're lucky enough to have a patio with a ceiling fan on it, may want to have that on full blast if you plan on sitting out there today. 87 currently in Slidell, 86 Gulfport, Belle Chase, Lakefront Airport area, back to Laplace Reserve area. So we do have some warm air out there, but no one in the 90s quite yet. I think we'll still get into the 90s a little later on today. Right now it feels like 90s there from Slidell, Gulfport, Lakefront Airport, Reserve area, Homa, 95, the hot spot there over in the Belle Chase area. And as we go around the day today, we will feel like those mid-90s all the way through at least 5, 6 o'clock this evening before temperatures start to drop once we get closer to that sun setting across our area a little bit later on this afternoon. But you notice the winds are not very breezy, and that just kind of makes the air a little more stagnant. When you have stagnant, muggy air, just, not the nicest feeling out there. Now this afternoon, we'll see those temperatures get in the lower 90s between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock before they start to taper off down to 81 degrees by 10 o'clock tonight. And then we'll start seeing, again, a little bit less humid air starting to come into play next couple of days. But really at the moment, that's not going to be the case. 92 today, Bogalusa 90, near 90, Slidell, Hammond, Macomb area, Baton Rouge, mid 80s to head toward the coastline. Normal high is 87 degrees, so we'll be within a few degrees of that, but not quite the record, although we are within 2 degrees of that one for today. How about for snowball forecast? Yeah, today highly recommending one as we get in the lower 90s once again. The heat index there in the mid to upper 90s. Perfect day to get a snowball. I think Patrick would agree with that as well. Right now, the onshore flow continues. Notice the clouds moving up from south to north here. That's that southerly wind you see here, and that's what's helping to make it humid, but also give us some of those partly cloudy skies across the area right now. Bigger picture shows a lot of that happening because high pressure sitting right over top of almost, say, Pensacola, Florida. Clockwise flow around it, you have that warm and humid air coming into play. Active weather stays to our north as the high is blocking these fronts from coming in. But later this week, that high is going to move back off to the east and finally allow a front to come in here, currently off to the west of us. And that won't get all the way here, but close enough to help increase the chance for rain just a little bit as we head toward the end of the week. Right now, some wet weather from Chicago, Green Bay, Minneapolis area, back into Minnesota. No severe weather yet. They could see some downpours from all that, and they really don't need any more rain. We won't see any rain until about Thursday and Friday. There's our chance for rain coming into play here, about 30%. So nothing too significant. At least that's some good news. And this looks a lot worse than it really is. We're not going to see that much rain out there this afternoon. Again, 1 or 2 random storms possible, but I don't even think we'll see as much as that shows as we're eventually getting the upper 80s to the lower 90s. By dinner time, we're in the mid 80s out there, and then by 10 o'clock tonight, upper 70s to around the lower 80s. Tomorrow morning, get in the lower 70s here on the North Shore, about the mid 70s on the South Shore before we heat back up tomorrow. A lot of sunshine, back in the lower 90s across much of the area, so we'll be quite toasty as we head on into your wet Tuesday and go forward here on into eventually Wednesday as well, too, with some really warm weather. How about the beaches? If heading out to Bay St. Louis, Gulfport, Biloxi, looks like mid to upper 80s there. Dauphin Island around 83 degrees. Gulf Shores at 87. Pensacola 90 today with Destin about 86. So some perfect beach weather for heading out that way. No problems again with the weather here across the Gulf Coast area. Just take it nice and easy out there. The only issue I've seen so far is the Texas coastline. If you happen to be going that way, there are some riptide currents because of the strong onshore flow over in that across those beaches, but not here across our central Gulf Coast beaches. So 92 today for your Memorial Day, 91 on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, here comes that chance for rain, but not much, only about 30% chance. Same for Saturday and into Sunday as well. It's about a 20% chance for a couple of showers. Leslie?